All right, Taylor. Thanks for joining me today. Can we start off? Can you state your current pay grade and your branch of service?
I am E5 Staff Sergeant, United States Air Force.
Okay. Now, which category of the military would you fall under? Would you fall under combat arms, combat support, or combat service support?
Uh, Combat Service Support.
Okay. So, when you go to work, do you have a good idea of what you're going to be doing that day prior to showing up?
Yes,
Yeah. Can you
yes.
give me a quick rundown of what your daily endeavors are?
So when I go to work, it is typically I post out to the missile field for 7 whole days. And before we post, we have a pre-departure briefing of anything new that's coming up, anything new that we're implying now, just to keep everyone hopefully in the same loop. Um, I typically know which site I'm going to support the nuclear mission, and then I cook 3 meals a day, 7 days a week.
Okay, thank you. Would you say that your current workload is stressful?
At sometimes it can be, most of the time no, but there are times when we have people that show up unannounced, and that just adds 10 extra mouths I have to feed on top of the 13 I already have to, and all I do is work by myself.
Right, right. Just you.
Yep.
Okay. Um, would you say in your current field of work, is it hard to stay positive when things aren't going very well?
Yes, that's mainly due to leadership. Uh, they just kind of tell you suck it up, and it's you have no real background, especially being an NCO. I have to look to hire NCOs already, and they're the ones that just say suck it up.
Okay, and you kind of went into my next question is that stressor within your control to change?
No,
No?
no, I've tried everything. I do my best for my troops below me. I do my best to keep them positive, to help them reach their goals. But when it comes to me and when I need help, I have no support.
Okay. Would you say that when you're not physically at work or in the work environment, what do you tend to find yourself doing?
No. Talking to friends or going on hikes, typically snowboarding, just some sort of physical activity to keep me distracted.
Distracted?
Yep.
Okay. In your own words, how would you define depression?
Uh, Depression is just something where you used to find fun, or you used to, and not even fun, just enjoy doing, whether it's cooking, cleaning, going on hikes, and you just feel that you can't do that anymore. You feel uh, that just nothing brings you joy anymore, no matter what you do.
Yeah, perfect. So, with that definition that you have for depression, would you say that you've ever experienced depression in the military?
Yes.
Can you explain what may have caused that?
Uh, Typical, I mean, a couple of times long distance relationships happen, being away from friends. Since I work by myself, no one, I can't really relate to, I can't talk to anyone that's relatable at the work environment. Um, or just like you get home, you don't want to talk to your friends. Uh, Being in the military, all my friends live in different locations, so it's just kind of hard to all get on and talk to each other at the same time.
And I agree with that. I completely understand where you're coming from. Um, so, when you're at home, is it hard not to think about problems that happen at work?
Yeah, being an NCO, it kind of weighs on me a little bit more. Now that I have troops, I have to worry about whether or not they're what they're up to, making sure they're staying out of trouble. Um, Whether or not my leadership has stuff that they need from me, and it's all on my off time too. So, but being a junior enlisted, it was a lot easier because I can just say no, I'm not going to do that. But now that I'm an NCO, I have to keep that up and keep that face.
Right. Would you say that you have the opportunity to decompress when you're at home?
Yes, I do. I would say I have the opportunity, and I take full advantage of every time I do.
Okay. So, what are some high points in the military lifestyle that keeps you from wanting to separate from the military?
High points that want to keep me from separating, traveling, job security. Um, I'm one of the few of my friends that have ever seen the other side of the world. Um, Traveling, job security, pay. I know I'll constantly have decent health insurance. Um, and then I know I'll always have a job, especially now with COVID going on.
Okay. So, last question, and I thank you for joining me today. But for those who may be experiencing similar things that you've gone through already, what would something you would like to share with them?
Um, no matter how bad things seem right then and there, uh, just know that you'll always move. Whether it's, if it's that base is just, it has toxic leadership, or that you won't always stay there. Granted, the grass isn't always greener on the other side, but when everyone gets lucky eventually. So you might get your dream base, you might get your dream job, or whatever you're looking for. Just you know get the help that you need, and then things will start turning around for you.
Excellent. All right, Taylor, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you.